Hello and welcome to the Vanguard of Light. You guys are the Vanguard. I'm Fracka Future and we've got an exciting one. So, how can you use trees to deepen your spiritual practice? That's what we're talking about today. And it's true, it really is true. Even if you aren't super advanced, trust me, this is amazing. And it reminds me of a story in high school. I was deep into volleyball, right? And a group of us got together, and there's like kind of like another group that like I knew the people in the other group, but not all the people. And there's this one girl, and she was kind of an odd character, so to speak, right? Prone to exaggeration, and I don't know how to put it nicely, but she didn't seem to be like the sharpest tool in the shed, right? So that was like the preface, right? I'm sure she's sweet and wonderful. So. But that was, high school, man. We're kind of, anyway, so she's like, I think she had like one lifesaver left, right? And it was like dark, and we're in the van or something like that. And I honestly had a mirror or something, and she was like, because I think back then there was this ad of like, if you bite the lightsabers, they spark, right? And she bit it, it was like a wintergreen or something like that. And she was like, oh my gosh, they spark, the lifesavers spark, they spark. Let's put it this way, nobody believed her, like even close. We're like, you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But she was so emphatic. She's like, we have to go to a convenience store. We have to get them. They do, it happens. And like, she just would not stop. So we're like, fine. We go to a convenience store, we get them, and we're like, okay, whatever, right? Holy cow, they did spark. No lie, they would actually spark. It was the trippiest thing ever. And all of us were eating crow because we totally did not believe her. So, don't be eating crow on this one because this truly is magical. Whether or not you have opened and cracked open your deep spiritual abilities or you're just starting out, this is something to try, especially even if you're a super practitioner and you can like talk to trees, you don't even need to touch them. Right? Because this helps other people that haven't yet they haven't yet unleashed those abilities for them to see just how close it is, right? How close it is. Like that veil between us and our abilities is so thin. So what you do is you come to a tree. You don't have to hug it. No. All you do is you touch it, right? Just touch it. And all you need to do is feel what it feels like in your hand. Nothing, I'm not saying, psychically go into it and feel, no, just feel in your hand. But just get a sense of it, right? What it feels like. And then go to a different tree. It trips me out every single time because it feels different. Especially when you get like, these trees are kind of the same age, but especially when you get different trees that are like way different ages, they'll feel different, and you will be able to, don't eat crow. Remember my lifesaver story about the spark. It is true. You won't think it doesn't do you any intellectual good to know this, hear this, and not go touch 2 different trees. And then you can touch 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, a whole bunch, because it is trippy. And not like, no, I'm not talking like super, like, spiritual energy. No, just touch them. And feel what you pick up through your hand. It's like, okay. And you can use the same hand. And you feel this tree. And it will feel surprisingly different. Surprisingly different as to what's going on energetically between these trees. And how simple it is for you to experience this. Remember my story about the lifesavers? It was the wintergreen lifesavers. Like they sparked. We all didn't believe her. But it was true. Don't do that. Actually come and touch trees. Not just one. It's not like, oh, what does this feel like? Because it's the whole thing is like you feel it and then you feel the difference and you're just like, what? How is my hand picking that up? What? What the what? So I super hope that you try this because it's going to start cracking open this non-physical realm. Even if you have that Y cracked open, it's a good example to try and then take some of your friends on to experience it. And it's a really good way for them to get in their body of like, what? The what? And I mean, you might need to take a, 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, just feel it. Just, first of all, grounding. It grounds you, so it's really good. I mean, like physically, electrically grounds you, like not just spiritually grounds you. It does spiritually ground you. Trees are amazing. Oh my gosh. Look up trees. They're really amazing. But just touching that is going to improve your health because it grounds you physically and like actual electrically grounds you. So that's just doing that's going to help you. It's going to increase your health. So even if you feel like it's not going to work, try it just for the health benefits. But then when you get in there, it is so trippy how energetically these two trees that look very similar feel radically different, especially when you take like a little skinny tree and a big old tree. Woo! The difference is even more noticeable. So I encourage you to try that. Please, it really is amazing. Hopefully you liked the video. So give me a like and subscribe because we're gonna have lots more awesome stuff like this. And especially go try this tree and then share this with a ton of people so they can experience this too, because that veil to our abilities is real thin. Like you've got that ability because you're here. You're part of the Vanguard. You wouldn't have been attracted to this channel. It wouldn't have shown up. It's not an accident. Try this tree thing because it will surprise you. So until we talk again, I'm Frank of Future, and I want you to have a blessed day or a blessed night.